Well, hello, friend. It's Kimberly here with Mother Me Beautiful. I just wanted to share a few quick thoughts with you today about energy, how to get more of it. You know, many people I talk to people all over the country, and you know, one of the things that I hear complaints about the most is, you know, just not having the energy that you want to do the things that you want to and you need to do, especially for women who work outside the home. You know, when you work outside the home, you come home and you still have another job, right? And for a lot of us, we come home and you have just a couple of hours to put a nutritious meal on the table, and there's still laundry to be done and grocery shopping to do and house to clean, and, you know, there's no time for yourself. And so quite often we end up feeling burned out and unfulfilled. Or worse yet, you feel like your life is nothing but a bunch of to-do lists, and you really don't feel like you're able to do anything of any significance that's really important to you. Not too long ago, one of my clients I was talking to, and you know, she had a very prominent position in her line of work. She worked in a local government position, and you know, I asked her, because she just had this really busy lifestyle, and I asked her, I said, how do you keep all those plates spinning? How do you do that? How do you keep up with everything? And she said, you know, I don't. She said, I feel like a failure as a mother. I come home, my kids want to play, and I'm just exhausted. And, you know, that's not rare. I think that happens for a lot of us. And sometimes a couple of things happen. Either one, we kick it in gear and we burn out, or we feel unfulfilled, or then we start to deny ourselves. And you see that happen when people say things like, well, I never wanted that anyway. I never wanted that promotion. I never really wanted to stay home and raise my kids anyway. I never, you know, I don't need a man. I don't need a fulfilling relationship. And a lot of times we hear that from just a hurt place. And, you know, a lot of that really does stem from, you know, we all live these lives where we're really burning this candle at both ends. And pretty soon you get to no more candle to burn, and you just feel burnt out. So I just want you to take a minute and ask yourself, what would you do on a day-to-day basis if you were a person who had all the energy you needed? What would be different about your day and about the routine that you're in? You know, not too long ago, not too many years ago, I was at a place where just getting out of bed was really difficult. And I was busy. I was raising 3 children. I had a couple of home-based businesses, and I was still working outside the home. And among other things, volunteering, and just had this busy life. And it was just hard because I had no energy. And I decided, after reading lots of self-help books, to go to the best self-help book, in my opinion, and that was the scriptures. I started to open my scriptures, and I did a specific scripture study on abundance, wealth, prosperity, and energy. And I really found a lot of answers, and they're all the answers that you probably know too. Those things that we talk about: early to bed, early to rise, right? People who are high energy people, they do some things in common. They do the same kinds of things. They get up early, and they go to bed earlier. They do exercise. Somehow, magically, they find the time to exercise. They eat healthy. You don't see them stopping off at Jack in the Box, and you don't see them hanging out at McDonald's, and you don't see them eating, you know, a bunch of TV dinners. They just don't do that, right? You see them working on relationships. You see them doing really cool things like saying no. Or I would love to, but is one of my favorite expressions for setting healthy limits. They do some things in common. So I would challenge you to do those things that you would do if you're a person who had a lot of energy. If you're a night owl, I promise you can change your clock. It's beneficial for you too. Studies, lots of studies have consistently shown that night workers, night owls, we have a 5 to 7 year shorter lifespan than our day working counterparts. And I know years and years I was a night nurse. If you've been in nursing or law enforcement or emergency services, I guarantee you've worked your share of nights, and they're hard on you. Your body is designed to work with a flow, a circadian rhythm, right? We've heard of that. And so I promise you, you can totally reset your clock. Successful people, energetic people, they don't hang around in bed till 10, 11, 12 o'clock, 1 o'clock in the afternoon. They don't. And they don't stay out till midnight, 1 o'clock too. I promise you, it's going to be really hard for you to get up at 5 o'clock in the morning if you're not going to bed till midnight, 1 o'clock. Ain't going to happen. I promise you it's worth it. Just experiment with it. Just set your alarm for 5 o'clock and start making yourself get up. Start making yourself, when you're busy, a lot of times we tell ourselves things like, I don't have any time to exercise. And I know a few years ago, I didn't know where I was going to find the time to exercise. But I knew that if I didn't have 15 minutes for myself, I was too darn busy and I needed to shave something back. And thankfully, I did. And my life is so much more fulfilled now. My family is better. You know, I was able to shave off some of the things that I was doing because I felt needed there by other people and people that weren't necessarily the most important people in my life. Think about that. On your deathbed, who's going to be the most important person? Who are going to be the most important people? And that's your family, right? So we choose the things in our lives that are going to support the things that are most important to us. And sometimes we have to prune back some of the good things and some of the better things so that we have room for the very best things. A lot of times as women, we have so many passions and so much energy to do a lot of good. And I think that's what's beautiful about womanhood. But we just can't do it all. Pick and choose the best things. Let go of some good things. It's okay. It's okay to not be able to do it all. But you do want to be able to get to the end of the day and feel like you've had some significance and that you've been able to do something really meaningful. And that's going to give you satisfaction and fulfillment and peace. So don't be so busy that you can't take care of yourself. I promise you it'll pay off. You'll have energy to spare and vim and vigor. And not only that for yourself, but it's going to fill up everybody around you. I promise you. Take good care of yourself. And I would love to hear how your life changes as a result of just experimenting. Experimenting with those principles and sharing the results. Getting up early, going to bed early, eating right, taking some time to exercise, and setting healthy limits. Just try it. I promise you it'll work. Oh, and one more thing too. Increasing your water intake. 100% of the people I talk to when they start drinking enough water, they all tell me they have more energy. So if you want more energy right now today, drink, drink, drink. Anything without caffeine or alcohol counts as a fluid. Caffeine and alcohol both act as a diuretic. All that means is it makes you pee. And it actually draws water out of your cells. And here's the kicker. Your nerve cells, your neurological system is really finely tuned to water balance. That's why, as an example of people when they drink alcohol, why they feel hungover and why they have the headaches, their vision sensitivities, that's the nerve cells. They're dehydrated because of the effects of the alcohol sucking water out of the cells. They're dehydrated and it causes some pain. So for an example, I have other people who will tell me, I drink water all day long. And you look and they've had the same water bottle there. That's maybe 2 or 3 cups. That is not drinking enough. I can sip on a cup of water and make it last all day, right? But it's not enough. So take your body weight, divide it in half, and that tells you how many ounces a day that you should be drinking. So say, for instance, if you're 150 pounds, if you divide that in half, that's about 75 ounces a day, right? So that's about 9 cups, a little less than 9 cups a day. So that rule of thumb, 8 to 10 cups a day, I promise you, just try it out. Your skin will look better when you drink more water. You'll be able to flush toxins from your body, and I promise you, you'll have more energy. Take the effort. Take the time to take care of yourself. You are worth it, and I believe in you. Thanks for watching.